let's talk crochet. Let's have a crochet chat. Hey friends, long time no see. I thought it'd be fun today to cozy up and talk about all things fall that I plan to make, and then also chat about some of my favorite pieces I made in years past. Grab yourself a beverage. For me, it's just good old H2O. I randomly become sensitive to caffeine. I can go periods of times where I can have multiple coffees a day and not be affected by it, but recently I've noticed that I'm just going through one of those waves where me and caffeine don't jive. So anyways, I'm gonna crochet. You should go get your whip. And yeah, let's talk crochet. Let's have a crochet chat. So what I'll be working on today is this. Wow, this is green. I don't feel like it looks like that. Maybe it does. Let me not butcher the name of this pattern. Blackberry Button Up by Crochet. This is very cute. I am pattern testing, so the pattern's not out yet, but this is a sneak peek of what I'm working on. I'm using these two colors, but let me show you the colors because it's loops and threads. And the darker one is in the color Kelly Green, and then the lighter one is in the color Jade. Yeah, I originally wanted to do this pattern in pink and red because it's iconic combo. And I actually don't have anything pink and red. But I went to Michael's one day, couldn't find, who knew? I knew there was that many shades of pink. Who knew there was that many shades of red? I couldn't find two that I liked together, and then I did find one, but it was a weight 5, and they didn't have enough in stock, and I never risk them. Michael's is not like Joann's. Joann's always has plenty of stock in the colors that they do have, or at least the big twist. Michael's, it's always there, so I didn't want to risk not finding it. And then these two were sitting on the shelf together with plenty of stock. So after I'd been there for 40 minutes and had messaged in group chats about what colors of pink and red to pick, I ultimately settled on these two colors of green, and I'm really happy. I do love working green. I feel like it's, to me, green's a neutral. Although obviously this is not a neutral, but to me green is neutral. I don't know. That makes sense in my head. So I'm working on this, and the yarn calls for a 5mm hook, but I like to be matchy-matchy with my hook. So I sized up to the 5.5. I like doing this anyways. I like sizing up if I can because it generally creates a nicer feel to the fabric, if that makes sense. Felt, you know, and it all depends on the stitch too. Some stitches I want to be a little tighter, like a double crochet, but this stitch combo is, you know, opaque already, so it's not like I can afford to size up. Oh, I guess I should show you my other whip because this is my whip bag. It's perfect for yarn, like everything, you know, like it stays open. In here, oh my gosh, we're doing a what's in my yarn bag real quick. So I had the current whip I just showed you. I also have my hook and kind of everything bag where I keep my hooks. I have stitch markers that I've made, and I actually filmed me making these for like a TikTok, Instagram thing, and I've just been a little lazy to like edit it, but I have like a whole bunch of, oh my God, don't fall out. I have a whole bunch of like safety pins that I added beads to make colorful and fun because I already had these safety pins. I have my darning needles. I had all these charms and these really crappy earring hooks because I used to make jewelry, but they work great for stitch markers because they're not getting wet, so they don't tarnish. Yeah, but these are all really cute. Stitch markers, tape measure, yeah, and just some scissors. So this is my things bag. I have gum, pineapple gum. It's really good gum. I love this hand sanitizer. I've been on Dollar Tree TikTok. I bought those by accident, but it turns out everybody else is looking for them. The other whip I have in my bag. If you're my aunt, Marie, please skip forward like 3 minutes. Now that Marie is no longer with us, I am making her a cardigan that she had asked me to make her a blanket. I was like, well, can I make you a cardigan? Her request was mushrooms. This obviously doesn't have mushrooms on it, but I will be adding mushrooms later. This is what the stitches look like up close. I am using, I love this yarn. I love this yarn in the color Antique Teal. I believe I hope I'm using a 6mm hook with this. And I use double crochet, single crochet, and half double crochet. So I don't get too bored of this, but I just haven't worked on it in a few days just because I've been trying to catch up on my pattern test. And then I just have another ball of that same yarn in here. So that's what I have in my whip bag. I've been trying to stick to 2 whips. I most recently finished a sweater for my son, a yellow swirl sweater. He did not want to wear it initially, but then as I wash it, it gets so soft. Red Heart is very deceiving because it's really itchy and maybe not the softest when you're working with it. But oh my goodness, it's so nice once you wash it. And the more you wash it, the softer it gets. And he's been loving it. And then I finished this. Let me show you. This little pullover more recently. And this was free-handed, and my son's was also free-handed. It can go both ways when it comes to free-handing projects. I can either get really frustrated or really enjoy myself doing it. So thankfully, the past 2 ones have been more enjoyable. Let's actually get on to talking about fall makes, shall we? The pieces that I have been wearing the most already this fall, I've been wearing the Play Well Time pullover by Handmade Millennial. That's hands down most worn so far this fall. Just so cozy, so practical. I was very conscious about my sleeve length, about the length of my sweater. That's something that I've had to learn the hard way because I've made certain things and then I found out later that like the yarn stretches a certain way, or I prefer my sleeves more like shorter just to be able to work better. It is a bigger project just because it is already so oversized. It is a graded pattern. It kind of takes the guessing out of it, so long as you make your gauge swatch, which I'm learning just to suck it up and make it. But yeah, I love that one. The second most worn, but this one is one that I have made. And I don't know what to call it, but I'll pop it on the screen. I made it after I made the previous one, the Play Well Time pullover. It was made with half double crochet and I just loved it. And so I wanted to make another one. And so I made a scrappy, I grabbed like 9 to 11 different colors and I just did a different color for every row. And I did do on rotation. So there is a pattern to it, but I loved it. I love it. I wear it a lot. Again, I've come a long way and learned what I like for sleeve length and for a not cropped but not super oversized fit. Fits me very well. I'm really happy with it. And then probably third most worn, honestly, is the one I'm wearing right now. This one is more cropped, but again, you know, the longer you do it, my whole thing with these pieces that I've been wearing more is just that I've learned how I like things to fit. And when you can get things to fit you the way you feel comfortable, it's a huge win. And you're more likely to wear them. A lot of the times the pieces that I don't wear often are just because I didn't account for fabric weighing down and stretching. I didn't account for the practicality of not having cuffs and not making the sleeve shorter, stuff like that, right? So those are probably my top 3 most worn pieces so far this cold season. Oh, I also made my cat a hat. It's so cute. Can you just take a look at him? He's so cute. He was just so sleepy sitting in my lap that he tolerated me putting on this hat and taking a few pictures. He doesn't actually wear it walking around. He's like confused by it and like bobbles his head. He doesn't know what to do with himself. So yeah, that was a recent make and that took me honestly like maybe an hour. Cat hats are just so fun, so silly. What I plan to make going forward. When the weather started getting cooler, I got really excited. I took out all my sweaters. We're looking at them. I have a lot of sweaters, a lot of cardigans, mainly cardigans. Last year I was a cardigan girly. This year I'm looking just to like pop something on. I find myself getting overstimulated by my clothing. Irritated by my clothing. I don't honestly know the right word. I never used to, but I just like, it's not necessarily the material, it is down to the fit. I used to love bigger like sleeves they're just bothering me recently. So like, if you know, like this is a smaller sleeve for me. It does like have some room in here. It's like the perfect length. It won't, like I have to pull it over my arms. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm not making a point of making any sweaters this year. I think I have plenty that I can hopefully figure out a way to either wear or find homes for. I'm just not reaching for them as much. The 3 that I am reaching for are the ones that I've just intentionally made to fit me in a more cozier way this year. You know, and that's not to say that in the future I won't want to wear them the way that they are. You know, I'm just taking day by day, year by year. I didn't realize my preferences change so much, but they do. They have this year, and I have to blame Kaya. I have become friends with Kaya of Kaya Crochets, and she has been sending me all this inspo for vests. Initially, I wasn't. I didn't think I was a vest person, but then I think about it and I'm like, a lot of the problems I'm finding with the uncomfortability, for me personally, this is a me problem or a me thing. You might also have it, but I'm not saying like it's a general problem with crochet knit sweaters. It's just me right now this year with, you know, just trying not to get irritated by my clothing. But if I make a vest, I don't have to worry about sleeves. Like, what? So on my list to make 4 crochet vests are the check mesh top by Liz Arts and Crafts. I think, you know, the great thing about crochet is it can be made almost in any season. You know, I think the biggest thing is just the yarn you use, but you can always layer. So I love the look. I think it would be really cute to have that piece layered over a fitted long sleeve turtleneck or long sleeve just in general. Really cute. The other one that I have my eye on is by Shop Daisy and Dime. She actually released it today and it's on sale, so I need to go get that soon. It is the Ellison vest. Very cute. I don't know, I just love the stitch pattern in this. I think she did specify that she used fingering weight yarn in her version of these. I will not. Nope. I have some weight 3. It is more baby colored, pastel-y. Maybe I might use that. If not, I would be curious to see what it looks like chunkier with weight 4. Aside from vests, I would also like to attempt, because I don't know if I'm gonna like it, these more free-formed tapestries. There is one, it was a monarch butterfly by Little Wolf Crochet. She made a monarch tapestry. That's stunning. I'm hoping I really love it, and freeform crochet is something that I get into more. As much as I love making wearables, I am curious to venture more into the world of home decor pieces. Things that I can, decorate my house with. That's on my list. The other thing on my list is crochet socks. What? I want to make a pair of crochet socks. I also think they would be great for gifts. I mean, I might correct myself down the line just after I figure out how long it takes to make a pair of socks. Shop Daisy and Dime has a really cute pattern for that. I'm really excited to make crochet socks. Back when I started making crochet wearables, I aspired to have a sweater or something crocheted to wear every single day. I'm actually really good about wearing my crochet pieces. I do wear crochet, I would say 4 to 5 times a week. I love my crochet pieces. The only reason I won't wear them is if they're not super, like fit-wise, super comfortable. We already talked about that. Now it's crazy to think that I have over 15 to 20 crochet pieces, most of them being cardigans and sweaters. I mean, that's just crazy. I'm gonna be annoying and chew gum. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to talk about Halloween because I had originally shared with you guys over on Instagram, which if you're not following me, I'm over there more often. I post not so regularly, but more frequently than YouTube. I showed that I found my cameras that I've had literally forever. I found my iPod Nano, which has been so fun to listen to. It's crazy now that I'm almost 30 that I'm like, wow, I've just always been like a cool dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I say that coming from a place of, I haven't always, it's not most my life not liking myself. So now I'm at a place of peace and love for myself. And it's just been fun to listen to this music and shoot back to the place where I've had this iPod Nano since, I think I saw somewhere that they came out in 2005, which would have put me in like 4th grade, 5th grade. Anyways, it's fun to like transport back, time travel back via music to these different parts of myself. I have almost 500 songs on there, which is also crazy to me. Like, where was I buying these songs back when each song was 99 cents? I mean, they still might be, but anyways, crazy. I posted on Instagram asking what kind of videos I should make. What do you want to see? I think my day-to-day tends to be a little boring. I recently started a part-time job that I work from home. I'm also a mom, so things get a little chaotic in those fronts. It's funny because starting a part-time job made me realize how much time I had to crochet. So it's taken me a lot longer to get through making pieces, which is fine. I like naturally have not been taking on as much, which is good. It's probably healthy. I think I was just like, at one point I had, I think like 8 different pattern tests at a time. I had a whiteboard. I had like the dates written. I'm like, this is, why am I being so extra? There's literally no point. I enjoyed it at the time. Anyways, let me know what videos you'd like to see more of down in the comments, because I was gonna film a vlog of me and my daughter making her Halloween costume. She wanted to be Coraline for Halloween, which, you know, was exciting. She's been Jack Skellington for the past 3 or 4 years, and it was exciting. She didn't want to wear a wig. She wanted me to spray her hair blue. We were gonna make the star sweater. There's definitely like crochet patterns for that star sweater. I was trying to make this sweater the day before she needed to wear it for her trunk or treat, so crochet was kind of out of the question. We went to Hobby Lobby. They did not have anything. I didn't leave with a sweater. They had sweaters, but they were either like babies or adults. They didn't have anything in between. They didn't have anything dark blue. They did not have felt. What craft store does not have felt? And typically I can always find an employee. I don't know what was up. It was just not meant to be this day. I did not find an employee. I did not find felt. I did not find a sweatshirt. We moved on. We went to Target. At Target, the girl section was a big letdown. Nothing. Everything's pastel. Everything's already has glitter on it, which I love, but not the vibe for Coraline sweater. I found a pullover. Or no, we ended up deciding we're gonna just do a long sleeve. So I got the long sleeve. We went to the craft section. No felt. I'm like, okay, well, Michael's is next door. We'll just go to Michael's. I didn't plan on, I thought like it was gonna be a 1 store stop, and then we'd come home, cut a bunch of stars out, not sew them on, but like, I guess hand sew them on with embroidery thread. That's also, they didn't have an embroidery thread at Target. I was kind of like in over my head. But then I was like, let's just go to the Halloween section to see what they have, because my son needs a costume. So we're perusing the aisles, and doesn't my daughter see a Jack Skellington costume, but Lady Jack Skellington? So it's different from the previous years. She decided she wanted to be Lady Jack Skellington. And I was like, great, you know, because at this point it's getting late. I don't think we're actually going to have your costume done by tomorrow. This actually works out perfect. So we ended up getting her that. I have all these B-roll clips that you might already be seeing, but we didn't actually make anything. When I told her we were going to be filming a vlog, she got really excited. She's always very proud of my YouTube stuff. She likes to show people when they come into my house. So sometimes I have to be like, oh no, I don't want them to see my YouTube. It's cute though. She's a fangirl. That was going to be my first vlog. I always like to have a project going for myself, but I want to start making for other people. I have lots of yarn under my bed. If you guys have seen my other video about my yarn storage, that was filmed over a year ago, the beginning of October. I don't think I have emptied a single bin. I have made a conscious effort to use out of my stash before I go buy, but sometimes like I think I'm at the point now where most of the yarn that I have under my bed is either a one-off skein or remnants. So yeah, Oh, I also have a lot of blanket yarn. So I don't know. I'm gonna get started on making Christmas gifts. Yeah, wow. This was a little bit of a chaotic first video back, but I hope nonetheless you enjoyed. I'd love to hear what your fall plans are, what you plan to make. If you have already made that you wear, please send me. Happy crocheting, happy knitting, happy fiber, happy crafting, happy hobbies. I hope you guys are enjoying this weather. I am. I'm very much, every time that the cold gust of wind, I just smell Christmas and Thanksgiving and holidays and all of that fun family stuff in the air. Thank you guys so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And until then, toodaloo. Wow.